I'm back. Rhodes for the Matrixx and Rhodes show, and we're going to talk about Amber Heard. As we know, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial is going on, and it has taken over the entertainment landscape. Now, for people that don't know, but I'm sure you do if you're watching this video, this has been a thing on YouTube for a very long time now, the tracking of this. As we know, Amber Heard has labeled Johnny Depp this domestic violence vicious dude, and we are finding out exactly how much of a dumpster fire rolling downhill on a tire fire that Amber Heard really is. Of course, was supposed to star in Aquaman 2. Supposedly they've cut her screen time way down. We don't know how that's going to go, but she is coming out of this defamation trial right now looking absolutely worse than she already looked, and that is an unbelievable leap because she looked terrible already. Absolutely horrible. And now she's furious because it's gone from a social media frenzy into the mainstream now that this trial has started. And let's just be real. There's something to gain from just being likable, and Johnny Depp is likable. People just tend to like Johnny Depp. He's a Hollywood star. We know that. So is she. But we found out about all the heinous things that she has done, and it's coming out in this trial. And he's been somewhat charming on the stand. He's humorous. He just comes across as a figure that you tend to want to gravitate more towards in this whole situation. And she looks crazy as hell. I mean, absolutely ludicrously crazy. I mean, she looks insane. Well, now, of course, all the headlines have exploded now that this trial has went into the mainstream, and she is losing her shit over the fact that those headlines, as you can imagine, are absolutely terrible. So what does she do? She loses it again, and she fires her PR team. She fires her public relations team while this defamation trial is actually going on because of shitty headlines. Amber Heard fires PR team days before she's set to testify after a torrent of bad headlines. She's got nobody to blame but herself. She's crazy as hell. Amber Heard is so upset over the coverage she's been getting in her court battle with Johnny Depp that she abruptly switched to a new PR team ahead of her highly anticipated testimony this week, the New York Post has learned. The Aquaman actress ditched crisis PR firm Precision Strategies. So these were people that have made a living off of putting out public relations dumpster fires, and she still fired them. She ditched the crisis PR firm Precision Strategies on Thursday after getting frustrated with the press she's received since her bombshell defamation trial kicked off last month. She doesn't like the bad headlines, a source noted. I'm sure she don't. Maybe she should have thought of that before she defecated in beds and decided to cut fingers off. Another source said Heard, 36, is, quote, frustrated with her story not being told effectively. Depp, 58, is suing Heard for $50 million, claiming his ex-wife defamed him in a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post, where she discussed being a victim of domestic violence. And as we have now found out, as we have suspected, domestic violence is in fact a two-way street when it comes to this trial. Heard's lawyers argue that Depp abused the actress physically and, let's just say, worse than that. The actress, who expected to take the stand in Fairfax, Virginia as soon as Tuesday, now has consulting firm Shane Communications on retainer to help get her across her side better in court of public opinions. The sudden PR switch came after several brutal days of court testimony from Depp, witnesses, and a fiery social media mob that turned against Heard. Really? Social media has been frying her forever because we've realized what the truth is a long, long time ago. Her new PR team, led by CEO David Shane, has worked against Depp before. The firm helped highlight allegations lodged by Depp's former business managers, the management group, alleging that the Pirates of the Caribbean star needed to hire a shrink for his compulsive spending habit of $2 million a month. Communications experts told the Post that Heard's new flax have an uphill battle against them. Yeah, she won't come back from this. Quote, after years of narrative building, you can't change the public's opinion in 3 weeks when someone is suing you in a case, said crisis management PR insider. Ex-Pete Buttigieg, oh good Lord, campaign maven Liz Smith said, it's crazy to change teams in the middle of a trial like this because you don't like the headlines. She said Heard's former firm, Precision Strategies, which is co-founded by ex-Obama advisor and deputy campaign manager Stephanie Cutter, is, quote, one of the best crisis firms, but they can't rewrite the history of what's happened. The actress never wanted the cameras in the courtroom in the first place, but Depp's team won the fight to have the entirety of the trial testimony live streamed, meaning neither team could cherry pick what information made it out of the courtroom. Good job, Johnny Depp, because you can regulate the mainstream media that way. To this date, the trial has featured photos of feces, severed digits, melted ice cream, as well as a discussion about Depp's junk. Interest in the sensational case has led to the courtroom in Virginia turning into a circus with scores of Depp fans, some of whom have traveled from as far from as Australia, packing the gallery. And of course, everybody involved, it looks like, declined to comment. So this is turning just absolutely more wild than we even thought it could. But she is absolutely looking worse than we even thought she possibly could, which it seems almost unimaginable at this point. But here we are, her losing her shit. God, she seems so crazy. I mean, just utterly a loose cannon if there ever was one. So, tell me what you think. Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, peace. I'm out. Till next time.